Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to discuss the pros and cons of being a camp counselor during summer camp. So yeah, basically I worked as a camp counselor this summer in Japan for the first time, and yeah, I thought I'd just talk about kind of my experience and the pros and cons that I've experienced. So yeah, starting with pros, number one was that it was a pretty easy job to get. I basically just had one online interview and it was like recorded, so I didn't even talk to any human. Really, I just had a short interview that asked a couple of questions about me, and then yeah, I got the job. I think it's a good option if you're just wanting to work maybe for a few weeks or a few months, even abroad or somewhere else, and see a new place as well. The other pro is that it's a fairly fun job. Like, you're working with kids, and you get to do like fun activities depending on the camp. Like me, a lot of it is outdoors, so sometimes, you know, I get to go on hikes, I get to go canoeing, kayaking, whatever. So yeah, it's a pretty fun job overall. Another pro is that you get to make a lot of friends. So I work with a lot of other counselors and we live together as well, and we see each other basically every day, and usually like you're going to be living at the camp, which is kind of remote, so yeah, you just get very close to the people you work with, so that's pretty nice. Another pro is that you may get free food and accommodation. So I do pay a little bit for accommodation, and I get free meals when I'm working. It means that I don't have a lot of expenses and I can save most of the money that I'm earning. And going into the cons, I would say number one is the low pay. Obviously it kind of depends on where you work, but pretty much you're probably going to get like not much more than minimum wage. In Japan the wages are generally just very low as well, so yeah, the pay is not very good considering how much work I feel like we do. We have a lot of responsibility, you know. Some of the time I'm driving kids around, we're doing like things that are quite risky, things that require a lot of attention, and even though it is a lot of fun, like, it is a job still at the end of the day. So yeah, it's kind of annoying how little you get paid. Another con is that the long hours. So if it's a residential camp, you might have to wake up really early, you might have to wake up the kids you know, at like 7 o'clock, and then you have to do bedtime as well. So often I finish like at 10 o'clock. So yeah, sometimes you have to do overnight as well if maybe the kids are going on a trip, like going on a camp away at a campsite, so you might have to sleep, I don't know, in a tent or whatever, and it might just not be the most comfortable experience, let's say. Another con is at the remote location. So this is a kind of a pro and con, because obviously where I'm staying, it is a beautiful place, but it was also very remote, and I don't have a car, so it's very difficult to get around. There's not a lot of things to do really besides, you know, the outdoors. So yeah, it is quite isolating at times. Another con is that being surrounded by kids 24/7 is a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's loud, it's a lot of screaming, they're messy, they're dirty, they can get sick. You might have to clean up, like, you know, vomit, depending on the age of the kids. Like, if they're very young, then it's just a lot of babysitting, to be honest, which, I don't know, you need a lot of patience, I feel like. So yeah, just be prepared for that. If you are signing up to a camp, like, you should be comfortable around children, you should ideally like being around kids. And yeah, the last con I would say is just kind of missing out on traveling and friends and events, because you are basically working all summer, and most things I feel like happen during summer. Most people are, you know, on vacation and traveling, so it's kind of hard to see maybe your friends or your family doing that kind of stuff, and then you have to be working all the time, which kind of sucks. Yeah, overall I've had a pretty good experience. I'm definitely glad that I took this opportunity. Would I do it again? Probably not, just because I feel like the pay isn't really worth it for me at this point in my life. But I feel like if I was a bit younger, or if, you know, if I was just like a teenager wanting to travel, like, yeah, I think it's definitely a really good option. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.